Welcome everybody back to the Dark Knight Rider Games channel here on YouTube. I know it's Christmas. I hope you all are having a Merry Christmas and having an amazing holiday this year. Um, so, what are we talking about on Christmas? What are we going to talk about? Obviously, let's talk about something I haven't talked about in a long time. It's been a little bit. It's been a little bit since I talked about this, and that is the Intellivision Amico. All right. So, you know, it's still a question mark right now if it's even coming. But there's some stuff it's starting to come around, information that is starting to make me wonder. So, a few people's already got these pilot systems, and now they're saying that these systems are the actual legit finished product. So, if that's the case, does that mean maybe next year? It's possible. It's possible that we will see the Amico next year. Potentially. Now, when next year? Who knows? I've been watching a couple of the gaming channels that's been talking about the Intellivision still, and I do keep up on that stuff. Trying to get some type of information. So listening to them talk about it is making me wonder. Like, apparently, supposedly, they're looking for a new manufacturer or something like that, and that the whole chip shortage thing is coming to an end. And if that's the case, that means we can finally possibly see this system come out. And with that being also the case, I have to put my 2 cents in this and say this. When this system does come out, when it does, the question now is, will it succeed or will it fail? Now, granted, the Atari's VCS has had its fair share of problems, but as long as Intellivision makes sure their games are on multiple platforms, the Amico will survive, just like the Atari VCS. As long as they keep making games and putting it on that system, it will survive. That is what I believe, and that's what I think will happen. I do believe the Amico will come out. It will eventually come out, but in order for it to survive, it will have to have these games come out on multiple platforms. At this point. Now, can Amico get away with maybe doing some type of timed exclusive for some of their games? Probably. Atari VCS has done that. Atari has done that a couple times on a couple of the Recharge titles. Added like a little timed exclusive, okay? Now, do I see the Amico having some type of exclusive game without being on multiple platforms? No, not at this point. The Earthworm Jim would have probably been the perfect thing for them to have, but at this point, it would have to be on multiple platforms because I don't think the Amico could survive if you just have that game specifically on the system. It's not going to get people interested in. At this point, I don't think it would interest anybody into wanting an Amico just to play Earthworm Jim. So, it's possible. Who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. They could be planning on releasing this and seeing what happens and then decide we're going to make a new system altogether and redo it our way and do something totally different this time. I don't know. We really don't know what they're doing. I know a lot of people are just more curious about what's going on in the background, what's happening with Tommy, what's happening with the development, what is going on. It's starting to be more of nobody who's interested in the games or the system. It's more like everybody's more interested in what's going on in the company itself. But, that doesn't help any, obviously, that people are more interested in what's going on personally in the company. In my opinion, that you should be more worried about what's going on with the games and the system than you should be worried about what's going on with the company. The company is not our worry. What worries me is what's happening with the development of the system and what's happening with the games. That's my worry. You see, the thing is, everybody else is worried about the personal stuff. They're worried about getting in people's business and wanting to understand why is this happening? What's going on? Why are you doing this? And such is doing this, and yada yada yada. I don't care about that. You see, what I'm more worried about is what's going on with the development of the games and this system. Okay? I still have a Founders Edition pre-ordered just because I have at least a little bit more faith that this system's going to come out now. Potentially. It could be next year. It could be in this new coming year of 2023. That could be the year it finally makes it out of the market. But it doesn't mean the system's going to be successful. It doesn't mean anything. It just means it's going to come out. And people will be able to get their hands on their pre-orders. And more than likely, the only people that's going to get this system are the ones that pre-ordered. More than likely. I don't see them having a bunch of units released in stores. If anything, not right off the bat. It's starting to seem like it's going to be like the Atari VCS situation, which obviously they had like a few go in stores and then the stores couldn't sell them and then they had to do a sale just to get rid of them, obviously. But with everything going on with Atari VCS, Atari VCS has done pretty well. But the Amico is what I'm more focused on worrying about. Like when it does come out, what's going to happen? Okay? That's what I'm worried about. And, I do have faith in the Amico. I have faith that it will come out. It's just, at this point, I don't think it will get as much people's attention. Okay? If they really want people's attention and people interested in the product again, they're going to have to do a lot of things to actually want to get people to want this system again. They're going to have to market it really well. And another thing I have to say, price point. It's going to have a better price point because the current price point with just one controller is not going to work. You have to figure something else out. It's not going to work. When you had two controllers and the way it was set up originally for how cheap as it was originally said to be, that was perfect. That was perfect. I mean, I can understand if you're making a system that's like up there with PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. I can understand it being more expensive. But this is not a big console. This is not PlayStation. This is not Xbox, okay? So, I mean, you're getting closer towards Nintendo, but you're not quite there yet, but you're getting close to that. But the thing is, this system needs to be a more affordable price, and you're going to have to figure that out, obviously. This is me speaking to Intellivision. I am concerned about the system, where it's going to be, how it's going to run, how it's going to work. I'm more worried about that. I want to know more about what games are on it. And that's my question. Like, why are these guys that have these pilot versions not like showing off gameplay? Like, do you not want us to know about it? I mean, I'm very curious. I obviously want to know how this runs. Is it better than the demo ones they've had? I mean, I don't really know, obviously. But I'm more intrigued in how this is going to work. Like, how are you going to sell this? Like I've said in the past with the Atari, I mean, the Atari should have been dropped. The price should have been dropped. It's too expensive for a bundle. It's not priced right. And with the Amico, I feel like it needs to be priced right. but it is what it is, right? Um, I'm just hoping that this goes well for Intellivision. I hope they actually can finally release this system, get it into people's hands that's been wanting this, that have pre-orders still. I don't know how many people's got pre-orders still, but it's probably not that many now. But I feel like they need to do this right to make sure they can get people interested again. They have to do something that's going to intrigue people into wanting to get their interest in the system again. So there's a lot of stuff they could do. I mean, they could go out in the summertime and make this big commercial or this big marketing strategy commercial and do something and change everybody's mind. I don't know what they're going to do, but hopefully they're going to do something 2023. Hopefully we're going to see something happen. I'm hoping. That's why I've always stayed neutral in this situation. I'm not all for it like I used to, and I'm not against it. I'm in the middle. I'm neutral because I want to see this succeed. I want to see this system come out. I want to see things happen. But I'm more worried about what's going on with the development of the system and the game. I'm not worried about what goes on in the background, about what's going on with all the employees, this stuff. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about the gaming. And I think that's what, at the end of the day, I think that's what we all need to be more worried about, is what's going on with the games and what's going on with the system. The company, we shouldn't have to worry too much about it. We should be more worried about the games. We should be more worried about the system moving forward. But other than that, I don't really have too much to say on Christmas, obviously. I just wanted to talk about the Intellivision a little bit. Like I said, I'm like with a lot of people, I really want to know how it plays. And I want to see gameplay. I really do, but they're not showing anything because apparently they're not allowed. So maybe Intellivision will let them show something soon. I don't know. Maybe they'll say, hey, you guys can show some gameplay and all this stuff. And I'm hoping they do, because honestly, I want to see something with this. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what 2023 has for the Intellivision. And moving forward, hopefully we'll make some more Intellivision content. I mean, that's the only way we can make Intellivision content on this channel, because I haven't done it for a while because there's not that much information out there. And when there is, I would talk about it. And we need some information if I want to continue making, trying to make content for the Intellivision stuff. But the thing about me is I have to have some type of news that will make me want to come out here and talk about it. But I just wanted to come out and talk about the Intellivision a little bit before the new year hits, because I think, I haven't talked about it for a while, so been listening to all these people talk about it and just thought, well, let's try to gather some information, talk a little bit about it today. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and place your comments down below. What do you think? Do you have hopes that the Intellivision may actually finally come out? Are you more interested in knowing what's going on with the gaming aspect? What are they doing about the games? Other than that, not much to talk about. It's Christmas. I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas. Take care, and I will see you all soon. Some more videos. Take care.